Have you ever been in an interview and faced a question like, "Tell me about a time when you had to solve a problem," and suddenly your mind goes blank? It's a common experience for most of us, but there's a way to turn it around. The STAR method is the key to tackling these questions with confidence and getting selected. Interviewers ask this type of open-ended questions to understand how you handle real-life situations, and STAR helps you structure your responses clearly and effectively. In this video, we will explore the STAR method, showing you how to structure your answers, highlight your experience, and impress your interviewer instantly. Whether you're preparing for your first job or aiming for your next career move, even any other interview, mastering STAR techniques will set you apart from the competition. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped to face any behavioral interview, whether it's for a top job or an academic interview like scholarships, fellowships, or admissions. We'll break down the STAR method, reveal what interviewers really want from candidates, and share examples of good and bad answers. Plus, you'll get key tips for success. Let's dive in. Let's start by understanding why interviewers prefer the STAR method and the key qualities they assess through it. The STAR method provides a structured way to answer behavioral questions, which helps interviewers gain a comprehensive view of your abilities. Using STAR, interviewers evaluate several critical behavioral qualities in candidates. Here's a list of the skills and qualities they assess through this framework. 1. Problem-solving skills. Interviewers look for how effectively you identify and address challenges. By detailing the situation, task, action, and result, you demonstrate your approach to problem-solving and how you navigate obstacles. 2. Decision-making. The STAR method reveals your decision-making process. Interviewers assess how you analyze situations, weigh options, and choose the best course of action, providing insight into your critical thinking and judgment. 3. Accountability and ownership. Through STAR, interviewers evaluate how you take responsibility for your actions and outcomes. They look for evidence of ownership over tasks and projects and how you handle successes and setbacks. 4. Initiative and proactiveness. The action component of STAR highlights your initiative and proactiveness. Interviewers assess whether you take the lead in situations, anticipate needs, and implement solutions without waiting for direction. 5. Communication skills. Interviewers assess your ability to communicate clearly and effectively. A well-structured STAR response reflects how you convey information, explain your role, and articulate your actions and results. 6. Teamwork and collaboration. The STAR method allows interviewers to gauge how you work with others. They look for examples of how you collaborate with team members, manage conflicts, and contribute to collective goals. 7. Adaptability and flexibility. Interviewers evaluate how you adapt to changing circumstances and manage unforeseen challenges. STAR responses reveal your ability to stay flexible and adjust your approach as needed. 8. Leadership and influence. For roles requiring leadership, STAR helps interviewers assess your ability to lead and influence others. They look for examples of how you motivate and guide team members, make strategic decisions, and drive results. 9. Results orientation. The result component of STAR showcases your focus on achieving outcomes. Interviewers are interested in the tangible impact of your actions and how you measure success. 10. Resilience and stress management. Interviewers use STAR to understand how you handle stress and bounce back from setbacks. They assess your ability to remain composed under pressure and recover from difficult situations. 11. Ethical judgment and integrity. Through STAR, interviewers can gauge your adherence to ethical standards and integrity. They look for examples of how you make principled decisions and maintain honesty in challenging situations. In summary, interviewers prefer the STAR method to ensure they get clear, structured, and detailed responses that provide insight into a candidate's skills, behavior, and potential for success in the future role. So, what exactly is the STAR method, and how can it help you nail your interview answers? STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, and Result. It's a simple but powerful framework that helps you organize your thoughts when answering behavioral interview questions. Situation is the context, the who, what, when, and where. You set the scene and provide the background for your story. Task is your specific role or responsibility in that situation. What were you responsible for? What was expected of you? Action is where you dive into what you actually did. This is the most important part, so you'll want to spend most of your time here. Be detailed and specific about the steps you took. Result is the outcome. What happened because of your actions? Ideally, this is where you show measurable success, whether it's hitting a target, improving a process, or resolving a conflict. Now, while all parts of the STAR method are important, it's critical to focus most of your time on the action and result. That's where you showcase your skills, your decision-making, and the impact you had. Interviewers are looking for what you did and what difference it made, so make sure to emphasize these. Now, let's dive deeper into each part of the STAR method, so you can see how to apply it effectively in your interview answers. Remember, the STAR method helps you stay organized and ensures you're telling a clear, compelling story. The first step is to describe the situation. Think of this as setting the stage. You want to provide just enough context so the interviewer understands the background, but don't get bogged down in too many details. For example, let's say you were working as a project lead, and your project was falling behind due to communication issues among team members. Focus on keeping the situation concise, about 10 to 15% of your overall answer. Next, describe the task. This is your specific responsibility in that situation. What were you expected to do? What challenge or goal were you working toward? For example, in this case, your task was to get the team back on track, improve communication, and meet the project deadlines. Again, this should take around 10 to 15% of your answer, just enough to show what was at stake and what you were responsible for. Now, this is the most important part: action. Here, you want to explain the specific steps you took to address the problem or challenge. This is where you get to showcase your problem-solving skills, leadership, and decision-making. For example, to solve the communication issues, you organized weekly check-ins. You set up clearer guidelines for team communication. You introduced a project management tool to track progress and ensure accountability. You should spend about 60% of your time here. This is where interviewers can really see how you operate. Be detailed, but stay focused on what you did and why. Finally, let's talk about the result. This is where you show the outcome of your actions. Whenever possible, use measurable results, numbers, percentages, or recognition that shows the impact you made. For example, as a result, team communication improved, and we completed the project 2 weeks ahead of the deadline. Not only that, but team morale increased, and we received recognition from upper management for our efficiency. Make sure the result is clear and measurable. This part should take around 10 to 15% of your answer, as it shows the direct impact of your work. Remember to focus most of your time on the action and result. This is where you truly showcase your skills and the value you bring. Now, let's look at an example of the STAR method in action. We'll first explore what a bad answer looks like when the STAR method isn't used, and then we'll see how much better it can be when you apply STAR. Imagine the interviewer asks you, "Tell me about a time when you had to handle a difficult project." Here is a poor response that lacks structure and detail. "I was assigned a project with very tight deadlines, and things weren't going smoothly. I worked really hard, and in the end, we got it done." Notice what's missing here. There's no clear context, no specific actions, and no measurable result. It's vague and doesn't tell the interviewer much about your role or skills. Now, let's see how you can answer the same question using the STAR method to deliver a clear and compelling response. For example, at my previous organization, we were working on a major project. I was in charge of organizing an awareness campaign. However, we ran into an issue when 2 key team members unexpectedly left in the middle of the project, putting us at risk of missing our deadline. My responsibility was to ensure the campaign stayed on track, despite the staffing challenges, and meet the launch date. I also had to ensure the campaign would be impactful with fewer resources. To address this, I quickly reassigned tasks among the remaining team members. I made sure each person was working within their highest strengths to maximize efficiency. I also created a streamlined workflow to improve communication and minimize delays. Additionally, I brought in a freelancer to help with graphic design on a short-term contract to fill the gap. As a result, we met our deadline, exceeded our campaign goals, and saved 15% more than projected. Management recognized our team with awards for our outstanding performance. Notice the difference. In the STAR example, you can clearly see how the situation sets the stage. The task outlines the challenge. The action explains the specific steps I took. The result highlights measurable success. It's organized and easy to follow. It shows the interviewer exactly how you handle challenges and deliver results. However, the bad answer lacked details and structure, leaving the interviewer with little information. But when you use the STAR method, you create a clear story that shows not just what happened, but exactly how you contributed and what impact you made. Finally, let's dive into some key tips to help you maximize the STAR method in your interviews. Prepare your STAR examples. First and foremost, practice makes perfect. Before your interview, think of several scenarios from your past work that you can use as STAR examples. Write them down and rehearse them using the STAR framework. Try to cover a range of examples that showcase different skills, like leadership, problem-solving, and teamwork. Having a few examples ready will make you feel more prepared and less likely to get caught off guard. Be concise and relevant. When using STAR, aim to be concise and stay on topic. Avoid going into unnecessary details that can distract from your main points. Focus on the key aspects of the situation, task, action, and result. This keeps your answers clear and ensures you're highlighting your most relevant achievements. Remember, you want to provide just enough context to set the stage, but then dive into the actions you took and the results you achieved. Adapt STAR for different types of questions. The STAR method is a highly effective framework for structuring responses to behavioral interview questions, but it may not cover every type of interview question or situation. Here is an example of when the STAR method works well and when other methods might be needed. When to use the STAR method. The STAR method is highly effective for open-ended behavioral questions. It works particularly well when interviewers ask you to describe your past experiences or how you handled specific situations. For example, tell me about a time when you faced a challenge at work. Secondly, the STAR method is also ideal for questions related to problem solving. You might be asked to describe a time when you solved a difficult problem. For example, share a specific instance where you faced a challenging issue and how you resolved it. While the STAR method is highly effective for handling most behavioral interview questions, there are times when other techniques can also enhance your responses and make your interview stand out. Let's explore when and why you might use additional methods to complement STAR and make your interview even more impactful. Number 1. Situational questions. For example, how would you handle a situation where a project is falling behind schedule? For this type of situational question, use a framework like the PREP method, point, reason, example, point, to structure hypothetical responses. This method helps you present a clear point of view, provide reasons or evidence, give a relevant example, and then restate your point. Number 2. Technical questions. For example, can you explain how you would approach a specific technical problem or task? For technical questions, use a problem-solution impact format. Describe the problem, explain your solution, and discuss the impact or outcome. This is useful for showcasing technical skills and problem-solving abilities. Number 3. Questions about your goals or motivation. For example, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or, what motivates you in your work? For this type of goal-oriented question, use the GROW model, goal, reality, options, to outline your goals, assess your current situation, explore options, and commit to actions. This method helps you discuss your future aspirations and motivations clearly. Number 4. Cultural fit or values-based questions. For example, how do you align with our company's values? For this type of question, use the CAR method, context, action, result, or the values alignment approach. Emphasize how your personal values align with the company's culture, providing examples that demonstrate this alignment. Number 4. Questions requiring a brief response. For example, tell me about yourself. In such a question, use the elevator pitch format. Prepare a concise summary of your background, skills, and what you bring to the role in a way that's engaging and relevant. While the STAR method is versatile and valuable, being familiar with various methods ensures you're prepared for different types of questions to stay ahead of the competition. This approach ensures you can handle a wide range of interview questions effectively, making you a well-rounded and adaptable candidate. Lastly, after your every interview, do an after-action review. Reflect on your performance, evaluate your answers, seek feedback, and adjust your preparation for future interviews. This reflective practice helps you continuously improve and get better with each interview. In conclusion, by mastering STAR techniques, rehearsing your STAR examples in advance, staying concise, and adapting STAR for various questions, you'll be unbeatable in handling any interview. Give it a try in your next interview and use the after-action review to reflect on your performance. This will help you continuously improve and get even better with each interview. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others. For more resources and insights, check out the links in the description. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your biggest takeaway from this video? Are there other methods you find more effective than STAR? What are they? Share in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and advancing your career. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your interviews.